Well, this is the BUSH VTR178 model, and this particular model has not been made in England, and it's been made in Japan. Now, BUSH is basically an English company, very popular in the 50s, 60s, and even 70s. And they used to make a number of audio equipment, particularly transistor radios, and they had valve radios earlier to that. And as you can see, you can see all these European stations which have been marked on the dial. Now this, as I mentioned, is made in Japan by some European, probably on behalf of BUSH, some Japanese organization, and probably like Sanyo or perhaps National or Sony or whatever. So it's a radio made in Japan for the rank organization, who are the manufacturers of BUSH radios, and it's still in fairly good condition. When I say it's fairly in good condition, I always look at the aerial. The aerials, who makes aerials nowadays like this? It's so robust, and thank God it's still intact. And then I look at the knobs. Well, these knobs are still minor, but they aren't there. This is the major knob, and the dial cord isn't functioning. You can't tune anything with this. But the band switch appears to be functioning. And so let's have a look at this radio and let's see what is the actual working condition. Okay, in this particular radio, as I mentioned earlier, it's mains as well as battery operated. Well, it looks pretty clean from inside. It's very heartening. And then you have a dial, mains lead over here. And the mains lead has been replaced. The plug probably was defective. And you can still see the earphone socket hanging here. I think that's repairable. Somebody has, probably it's a fuse. Yes, it's another fuse, and it looks like to be to work it out whether it's an AC fuse or a DC fuse. Well, there are two fuses. One is here, one is here. And you have all these panels. You have the battery compartment. You have a panel here. You have probably the RF panel, and maybe one of them is an FM, and of course the band switch. And this appears to be the audio output stage. You can see the input-output transformers which were there earlier. So this is looks like clearly that it's a germanium set, and you have the IF panel down below. Okay, so let's now connect it to the mains and see what's going on.
इसलिए ज़्यादा है क्योंकि मैं भी तब अपने आज से ज़्यादा हूँ.
Okay, there is a reception here. That's good. It's tuned to a local station.
ज़्यादा बनाएंगे.
And as I mentioned, the dial cord is broken. Just put this. So it's still in a position to tune the stations. This is a wonderful gang condenser, and subsequently these gang condensers, they were replaced by those tiny ones. So it still functions, but the sound is a bit squeaky and could be due to these capacitors, which probably the ESR has become a bit higher, and their capacity has also increased or perhaps decreased. Usually the capacity increases and the ESR goes high. So we'll check all that. And well, I think you'll be able to see the light over there. The light still functions. Yeah.
कि जब हम डॉक्टर्स को भगवान का दर्जा देते हैं और घर में हम अपने लगे मंदिर में
So let's begin servicing this set, and in order to get to the chassis, the first thing which has to be done is to remove this battery compartment. In fact, it's just held together by 3 screws, and thereafter the battery compartment itself has to be separated from the case, and obviously the screws holding it also will have to be removed. Now, in order to save time, I'm just going to fast forward this and carry on with the next step. Okay, so here we are now that the chassis is separated from the case, and I can easily go ahead and carry out the servicing. And I'm just pointing it out that look, this is the antenna over there, and this antenna has been disconnected, and the speaker leads have also been disconnected. Well, here you can see that I've restrung the dial cord, and the indicator needle as well as the cord is functioning very smoothly. There was no issue at all. It was pretty straightforward job. Now I did also paint the back plate. I thought it was a bit dirty and I just spray painted it. And now the only thing really left is to check all these capacitors. Well, I'm sure they're all bad. They must be having low ESR and abnormal capacitance values. So I'm going to change all of them to ensure that I get, a real quality sound out of this set. Well, now here it is, and everything is complete. All the capacitors have been changed, and I've also inserted a few drops of switch cleaning oil in the volume as well as the tone control. There was really nothing else to do, and the entire set is reassembled. I'd like you to have a look at the visuals of what it looks like now.
समस्या है, आप इससे निजात आपको निश्चित तौर से मिल जाएगा।
बिल्कुल।
और दूसरा, पानी का आप ध्यान रखिए, क्योंकि तो आपको फायदा।
I hope you liked this video. Do see some of my other videos as well. Thanks for watching.